Hello and welcome to Amit's Tuition Center. So today's our topic of discussion is limiting reagent. In some of the reactions, first of all I will write here the reaction A plus B gives C plus D. From this equation we see that 1 mole of A reacts with 1 mole of B to give 1 mole of C and 1 mole of D. Now suppose we are given in a question, we are given 2 moles of A and 1 mole of B, and we are asked the number of moles formed or the yield of the products. In that we say that from the balanced equation we know that 1 mole of A reacts with 1 mole of B. Okay, here we have 1 mole of B, but the number of moles of A here is 2. But here only 1 mole out of 2, only 1 mole of A will react with 1 mole of B to form the products. So this reactant, which is B, this is in limited quantity, and the another extra 1 mole of A is left over and is not used to form the products. And like this reactant which is present in a limited quantity is known as limiting reagent, and the another one A, this reactant A which is present in excess is known as excess reagent. Okay, this is known as reactant reagent. Now let us understand the concept of limiting reagent with a practical example. Suppose to make 1 cup of coffee you need 1 cup milk, 1 spoon of sugar and 1 spoon of coffee. Okay, so this is the recipe for making 1 cup of coffee. Now let us suppose the another case where you have 2 cups of milk and 1 spoon of sugar and 1 spoon of coffee. So the number of cups of coffee which can be made from these reactants is only 1, because here you have only 1 spoon of sugar and 1 spoon of coffee. Yes, here we have 2 cups of milk, but to make 2 cups of coffee we should have 2 spoons of sugar and also the 2 spoons of coffee, but here we have only 1 spoon sugar and 1 spoon coffee. So we say the 1 spoon sugar and 1 spoon coffee are completely consumed during the preparation of 1 cup of coffee, and these 2 materials, sugar and coffee, are said to be limiting reagents, and this extra cup of coffee is known as excess reagent. Now we will apply the same concept to the chemical equations. We know that for the preparation of water, 2 moles of water, we need 2 moles of hydrogen and 1 mole of oxygen to form 2 moles of water. Now let us suppose we have 2 moles of hydrogen and 2 moles of oxygen, and now we are to predict the number of moles formed of water. Taking the example of previous example of milk, 1 spoon sugar, 1 spoon coffee, 1 spoon coffee to make 1 cup of coffee. So here we see that to make 2 moles of water, okay, to make 2 moles of water, we need 2 moles of hydrogen, which we have here in sufficient quantity. Then only 1 mole of oxygen is needed here. So but here we are provided with 2 moles of oxygen. This hydrogen is completely used, okay, this is completely used in the formation of 2 moles of water. But here the oxygen, 1 mole out of these 2 moles of oxygen, 1 mole oxygen is left, 1 mole oxygen is left, and by combining this 1 mole of oxygen with 2 moles of hydrogen, 2 moles of water will be formed, and this with 1 mole of oxygen which is left over is known as excess reagent, and the hydrogen, 2 moles of hydrogen which were totally consumed, is known as limiting reagent. So while making the stoichiometric calculations or while doing the numericals, we should keep in mind that the reactant which is completely used is known as limiting reagent. And this was today's topic about the limiting reagent. If you think that this video is knowledgeable, then please do like, share, and do not forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you so much.